morning and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We're here at Lowe's Foods where we've just had the kickoff to this year's Red Kettle campaign. And today I'm here with Daniel Simmons, who is Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club. And Daniel, why do you work with the Boys and Girls Club and how long have you been affiliated with this program?
Well, I've been with this Boys and Girls Club here in Sanford for a little over 5 years. I've been doing Boys and Girls Club work for longer than that, though. Been doing youth work dating back to 2006. I actually got my start in youth work with the Salvation Army.
Okay.
And the Salvation Army is actually what led me into my Boys and Girls Club career. So I have a special place in my heart for the Army. I started out in 2006 doing youth and music program work with kids across the Carolinas in Salvation Army churches. And that's where I picked up a love for playing at kettles every year. Me and my friends, my coworkers in the Salvation Army music department back in the early 2000s, every November, once kettles got started, we would travel the road. We'd stay overnight in hotels, travel the road in North and South Carolina for several weeks and just play at things like this. Kettle kickoffs, and then sometimes it wouldn't even be an event. We'd just show up at a kettle somewhere at in front of a Lowe's Foods or a Walmart and just play carols for a couple hours. And to me, it's like what starts off the Christmas season. When the kettles start, that's when Christmas starts.
Okay, and now since we do have the pandemic, a lot of people who have been ringing the bells, they're not doing it this year because they're a little frightened.
Yeah.
Why does that still instill you to continue to ring the bell?
Well, I mean, I think Chris spoke to it earlier. I mean, the need this year is greater maybe than ever. I mean, and especially when I think about our kids, like, and that's something else. Many of the kids that are in my care at Boys and Girls Clubs are also getting help from the Salvation Army. So it's cyclical, or it's holistic, I guess you could say. We're all helping each other, help people in the community. That's what it's all about.
And what programs are being hosted now that you hope will be able to continue with whatever is collected this season?
Well, as far as the Salvation Army goes, I mean, certainly their food pantry program is very important. The other thing they do is, a lot of people are struggling right now with work because they're getting laid off or they're working short time. It's just one of those things where I think they're taking a picture right here. Probably ought to get out of the way. No, but no. What I was going to say is, people are needing help with their rent and utilities, and a lot of this money, probably most of this money that's collected in these kettles, goes for that reason, to help people buy groceries, to help people keep the lights on. I mean, I remember being 4 or 5 years old, and my family fell on hard times, and I remember going downtown in Asheboro, where we lived at the time, and going to the Salvation Army and getting a box of food. And I was telling Darla the other day, I'll never forget, ever for the rest of my life, seeing that box of Captain Crunch put in the back seat of the car with me in that box that day. And, from then on, I always felt, I always wanted to help the Army. Never knew I'd end up working for the Army.
Well, thank you very much.
Playing in their brass band. I mean, all this,
And that's a good reason. Captain Crunch, you'll always remember that Salvation Army. Thank you so much and have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Thank you.